it's your girl Elba Everlasting, and I'm here at Lady Talk TV. Give it up for my beautiful co-host.
Hi, Iris_Iris Myrna.
Hi, Rebecca at Rebby000. There you go.
Hi, I'm Felicia. You can catch me at FeeLove_1.
Hi, I'm Jolie, Joe_Yeezy. Tonight we have a very special guest, and let's welcome Chris Clarke.
Yay!
Thank you. Thank you. What's happening, ladies? What's up? Whoa. God, you looking all good. Damn, man. Shit. I gotta be like this to cover my. But yeah, so like the other day, right? Shit, man.
All right, so tonight's topic is dealing with childhood trauma and how that affected us in our adulthood. So I guess I'll start first.
Let's talk about it!
Got you.
So like I said, tonight we're going to talk about childhood trauma and how it affected us in our adulthood. My childhood trauma is pretty much having a child in my teenage years and my child dealing with different disabilities and me choosing men who had those same disabilities. It was hard. However, I kind of gotten through it doing therapy, smoking weed here and there, also drinking and being able to talk to people who weren't so judgmental and people who understood and went through the same things, because sometimes you can't talk to a person who's not empathetic and sympathetic with you. So that's how I got through my childhood trauma. I have a lot of trauma, but that's what I decided to talk about today. And that's where I am now. I am pretty much getting through it day to day by picking up my big girl panties. That's what I meant to say. So that's it.
Yeah, so I deal with my childhood trauma with being in a relationship sometimes. Like I used to, my mom used to get into fights with my stepfather and it would be domestic violence. So I think a lot of times when I'm in a relationship, I act quick when I see a certain like energy the man is giving me. So I get kind of like in defense, and I just it don't go well from there. So I think I suffer from that, and like from that, watching that as a child and being in relationships, I can tell that I'm definitely I was affected by that. So I got to work on that. So it's a work in progress.
And mine's is not trusting my kids to stay anywhere with anyone. My mother was very overprotective with me and my sister Elba, my other sister Myrna. We wasn't allowed to, spend the night in no one's house. And I understood after she passed, because we was too young to know that she was a victim of rape. And that's why she was so very overprotective with us. And even though I have boys, my oldest son is 21 years old, and he never slept in no one's house because I took that from my childhood. So that was like my trauma. I was like real overprotective with my kids, like scared for them to go anywhere and thinking that someone would do something to them.
Yeah, so I just want to say, first of all, I just wanted to say that to identify, and acknowledge the fact that, through your actions and your reactions is pretty much you can identify how you react to certain things is because of your childhood trauma. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I would say in my past relationships, my childhood trauma would have to be with my father coming in and out of my life. So with that being said, I allow my past relationships to come in and out. That's toxic. Like if it's over, it's done, it should be done. There's a reason why you guys broke up. There's a reason why, you guys are not together, but you just keep coming back because that's what you learn. It's a learned behavior that you have to unlearn and identify what it is. Once you can acknowledge it and identify what it is, you just make adjustments to try to fix it.
That's it. And break it.
Right. So I'll say my childhood trauma is losing both my parents at a young age. It made me grow up really fast. Just doing everything on my own, just being by myself. I had a son at a young age, and it just taught me to, be very independent. And
Yes,
that's just about it. Like I have as the child, that's deep. Losing your parents young, not having no one. Have family, my sisters, of course, but it's still traumatizing. Because I feel like I lost a lot. Like not having that growing up, coming up, especially now that I'm older as a woman, I feel like I missed out on a lot. Not just by not having her here, both my parents. So that's what I deal with.
I can agree. That's good, Fee.
I feel like you have to love yourself. Once you get older and you start to love yourself and know who you are as a person, then you can deal with things a little bit more better. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times people take childhood trauma and they let it define them in their adulthood. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it's all about getting up, and if you have kids, you have to get up and be strong for your kids. You know what I'm saying?
And strive for the best. That's right.
That's right.
I agree. What about you, Chris? What's going on? Did you ever pass an experience?
Man, listen, I was an ace. I ain't have nothing wrong with it. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Y'all need Jesus.
Yeah, oh shit, they toxic.
That's my cue. Nah, I mean, it's that's real. It's always, you know what I noticed and just seeing it, it's always something grown up childhood, like something the parent or some other family member did something, and it like sticks with you so much you don't even realize you're doing it, because we're all human, we're not perfect, but we don't even know that we're taking on that trait. My childhood, man, it's like a couple. I grew up. I mean, it ain't got nothing to do with it. My mother and father's Jamaican, but I was born here. Well, all the siblings were born here, and my father, he used to drink a lot, and just stress from his job. He used to drink a lot, and he'll take it out on everybody, my mom, kids, and we used to get beaten bad. And and it was the alcohol, because it's deep, and I'm talking and I'm doing it, but I always have, I don't do it much. I do stand up and stuff. I don't even drink before I go on stage. I don't even smoke before I go on stage, because that's the thing about alcohol. I don't want to get deep, but it's just expressing what this shit is. They call alcohol spirits for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You take that shit in, that spirit's in you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, that's right.
So, let me ask you: did you like what you went through because you got beat? Being a child. Do you hit your kids?
No.
That's why you don't ever want to hit your kids, right?
That's the thing. It's either or. You're gonna vow never to do that again, or you take it on. Like I feel myself taking on. Like on top of my dad being like that, he had a crazy temper, and I got a temper. It miled down over the years, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm the older you get, this shit is really LOX, like you live off experience,
I'm scared of you.
No, I got it. He's like, oh, you Jamaican, that's why, motherfucker.
My shit, you better be quiet.
My temper is because I know for a reaction, there's a reaction, man.
That's
so
right.
you gotta deal with that shit after that. So, I know what's the deal. I know don't drink, you ain't gonna be there, because like I don't need to drink or smoke. I be that hyped, because some people need it to feel loose. I'm already like that. You know what I'm saying? Like just seeing and hearing people laugh is my high. I'll be like, I'm good. That shit just come in. So that alcohol and whatnot. This is not a good example. Why did you give this to me?
And the whole bottle.
The whole bottle.
It's yours. I'm like, here's yours.
I'll be driving on. What? Here's the ring. My dad here. No, but yo. But yeah, it's it really takes you. It takes time and being an adult to realize this shit, because you gotta live through it to get it.
Right.
Yes.
I'm a real believer of like we're man, we live our lives like we living in limbo. We keep doing the same shit over and over until we get it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then once we get it, then it's like you could move forward. That shit is like you keep doing the same shit. That's the definition of insanity.
Yeah. Exactly.
Doing the same shit, expect the same results.
Yeah.
That shit is real, man.
Like different results, right?
Yeah, you're expecting
like a lot of older people, like our mother and father's age, they are still dealing with childhood trauma
themselves. Yeah,
because they're so old school. They don't want to go to therapy.
Yes.
They're set in their ways.
They're set in their ways.
Yes.
So therapy is out of the question for the old school.
Yep.
Like, I don't need a therapist. Yes, the hell you do.
Yes, you do.
Go ahead and check it out now.
I think a lot of people feel some type of way. They feel like they went to therapy or counseling or, and you shouldn't.
They're gonna be
Because
labeled
like
crazy.
that's mental health. Like you have to
It's a
protect
stigma
your
that
mental
comes
health.
Just like they say, like
It's always good to talk to somebody.
like all that
agree.
on top of you is pressure. And
Oh,
like
yes.
they say, pressure alone busts pipes. Just
Yes.
imagine what it does to your brain, like
Right.
you know what I'm saying, in your heart,
So let's get into some juicy topics. So I wanted to talk about today about threesomes. What y'all think about that? Let's talk about it.
Hey, y'all peep when she looked at me, she said threesome. I was like,
I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go. So Yoli, did you ever have an experience with a threesome?
Oh wow.
Straight to the point.
I mean, she did have to put me on.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I have actually, and I enjoyed them. I'm not gonna say how many because my mom is watching. However, yes, I have. I enjoyed it. I haven't had one with 2 women or 2 men yet. But I have, and I will do it again.
Mm-hmm. So it's a great experience. You loved it.
It is.
Yeah.
But the thing about that, it might get tricky because
How would you take a threesome? Like in a relationship? Like you a phone girl?
Okay, so I used to be open to the idea of having a boyfriend, and if he wanted to step out, then we would have a threesome, right? Because I would want to be part of whatever it is that he had going on. However, in my past relationship, it didn't go that way. So I was kind of offended by that. But at this point in my life, I would be like the side girl. It would be with like a married man or a girlfriend or a boyfriend and a girlfriend, and I would be the side. And it would have to be an agreement. It would have to be a contract. Like don't call me because it's gonna be good. Do not call me. I'll call you. You know what I'm saying? And that's it.
So you meaning with an open relationship? You mean a married person with an open relationship with his house?
Yes. I don't want nobody calling my phone after that night. You know what I'm saying? If they want to do it again, we can do it again. But it's stipulations to it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's stipulations.
What about you, Elba?
Me? It's a fantasy I always had. I did have an experience. And I actually had a better experience with the girl I went in doing it versus the guy. And I don't know, I loved it. I had fun with it. Even though the experience wasn't so great with the partner I was with, but it definitely was with the girl. We still call each other. We'd be like, hey girl, hey. But I don't have nothing bad to say about it. I just thought it was my fantasy. There was something that I wanted to do, and I did it, and I actually loved it. Even though it didn't go as planned as I would want it to go, but it still went great. So
what do you mean?
Would you draw butterflies and unicorns and come?
Not that crazy, but I just I don't know, maybe I was just not in the right space at the time, so that's probably why.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. How about you, Iris?
I never had one. But then again, I'm very jealous and I'm very overprotective with my boyfriend. So I feel like I need him to get that out of his system before he start a relationship with me. Like,
You're not with it.
I'm not with it. Because if I feel like you doing her better than you doing me, it's going to be a fight. I'm swinging on you. And but nah, I'm too jealous for that. That's not